man, Fortnite really is ahead of the game, huh? The Walking Dead, The Boys, and Nicki Minaj? Damn. Wait, that's Call of Duty? Hello ladies and gentlemen, how's everyone doing? My name is Cyber and I'm sick again, and I have not played a multiplayer FPS in... How old is Battlefield 5? Oh no. Well, this is the most nothing burger to most people. However, as someone who loves good art direction, I cannot help but be extremely curious over the... How do I put this in the best way possible? TikTokification of online shooters' identities. And its effect I will call the Fortnite Effect. This shift in online gaming culture and cult following is one based in Fortnite after all. Of course, games with joke skins and the culture behind loot boxes and seasonal events existed before Fortnite, but they popularized it. And honestly, this push for ultra-colorful, pop culture-inspired skins is turning once unique, atmospheric games into identity-less toy boxes. And I swear the topic of discussion is interesting and affecting you. Please, bear with me. And for that, I'll say that both ideas for art directions are genius. A gritty, dark and serious vision, as well as a colorful, playful and non-serious approach are all welcome. But where's the first case? Nowhere to be found. Before, style was used to serve the game, now the game serves the store, no matter if they are single player or multiplayer. But the more realistic take and ideas have been hidden over the past few years in a ton of ways. It's almost laughable how a franchise that once featured real-life war statistics and held no bars in showing the real nature of war, now to present itself in a comical and joyful way. But it is actually just kinda sad. As someone who would easily be called an unk today, I remember the old times of Xbox 360 where it wasn't uncommon to play COD and be hit with one of the hardest quotes ever.
There's a simplicity to war. Attacking is the only secret. Dare, and the world yields.
A chapter in which we pursue peace.
How quickly they forget that all it takes to change the course of history is the will of a single man.
Our very existence.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Rainbow Six Siege fell for it. Apex fell for it. And Battlefield is falling for it as well. Music was changed from Hans Zimmer and Michael Giacchino for mumble rap. The grounded aesthetic exchanged to a mindless war for fun. And even the nameless characters which we played were meant to belong to that world. Unlike these new additions, these two titans were about war. What are they even about nowadays? And the consequences of this new direction? Nothing actually. Or is it? I could list a few issues, but being absolutely clear in my arguments, is Fortnite the pioneer of said problems, as I said before? Not at all. I could think of a few examples that paved the way to this chaos, but they are contributors to its unfathomable fall. Starting with art direction in decay, which essentially ties to the good old argument. Are games dying? Well, just look at this. Death of creativity in pursuit of marketing trends, so strike one. Skins are the biggest microtransactions in games, that is how they earn money, and no taunts, victory screens, sprays, name tags, etc. can compare to the power of a mere licensed character in your game. Skins are the reasons we pay for battle passes in essence, meaningless things that change nothing at all in our experiences, except for the impact of me absolutely stepping on the poor people who can't afford it. The main gist of doing that is to rotate attention and spread its wings to collect the vast majority of players possible. In other words, sell a product, regardless of its tone, or in some cases, quality. So, strike two. And finally, I don't have a third argument. My immersion. There you have it, strike three. I'll admit that you can only get so far with realism, different from walking celebrities, superheroes and fucking Godzilla for Christ's sake. A realistic metal stylized skin for an assault rifle won't be as cool as, I don't know, playable Goku. And just as my bragging, these are meant to show off useless things. And it's difficult to show off something barely visible that blends with the environment and its characters. We are far too gone into the showing off skins to go back to normal. It's a status quo at this point. I mean, why would you pay, I don't know, $10 for something you can't even show other people? The line that games had with their art style are so blurry that games looking like a mobile ad are inevitable. Its saturation is felt, and no company or IP will ever top Fortnite in it. Fortnite holds at least more than 400 licensed collaboration characters and real-life people in their game as skins. And I'm sure they have some more to come to it. But what about other games like COD? What will they do to reach them? And the answer is bloody nothing. And its impact is the same. Bloody nothing. There's no competition whatsoever. This is a race already won. And the others are merely trying to copy this formula ever since 2020. And rest assured, it's already dying. No one gave a single fuck about Star Wars in Fortnite. And I wonder why.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Fortnite is already trying to cycle back to its roots over how impossible it is to top what they have already done. And there are many other instances to blame here. And if you look at the targeted demographic for these games, it's the good old TikTok generation. Which means they'll need to come faster, louder, and more colorful with each passing season. They must be eye-provoking and trigger the FOMO effect in their respective seasons. And for that to happen, they need to get crazier than the previous one, with bigger celebrities, crazier feats, and more insane presentation. In a smarter view, all what I'm saying may not seem that interesting at all at first glance, and that this blend of different styles doesn't really affect the game at all. But looking closer to it, this loss of identity generates generic noise. The OG vision is detached and its cohesion gone, resulting in the death of game creative views and darker tones. Same could be applied to Souls-likes, the genre that took over hack and slash in literally any form of action-adventure RPG-centered games, now to be blasted in any title to come, even if it is more hack and slash than Souls-like. Niche sometimes can be more valuable than appealing to a larger, younger audience. Sticking to essence can sometimes resonate with people that will stick with you way more than seasonal gaming tourists. Staying to your roots was something that worked really well for Escape from Tarkov, with estimate numbers of 110 to 125k concurrent players, over 500 daily active users, and a monthly active audience of about 2 million, all supported by reputable third-party sources. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is,
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
there are people who wishes for realism to come back, to not be blasted with colors and non-serious aesthetics. That's where the idea for this video came out after all. The voices of countless people who are tired of being unseen. Not mentioning the absolute insanity of BO7, that is being hated for justified reasons after all. This slow death of a loved franchise, accumulated by greed in so many forms, are completely deserved. I know this was a small tangent in this video, but come on Activision, just put the fries in the bag, man. What was this video about again? Oh yeah. Dude, she can get it.